Good day and welcome to another episode of It's a Long Road, the Rambo series podcast. Nothing is over. Rambo 3, episode 4. I'm very excited to wrap up, not in a bad way, but I'm very excited to wrap up Rambo 3 with this episode with a special guest co-host, John. John, how you doing?
I'm doing great, sir. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. Doing well. For context, for our listeners, John is part of the Action Elite dudes that I ran into just by my own searching the YouTube webs, looking for people talk about Rambo 3. You guys, there's 5 of you on that episode. We're talking about Rambo 3. And I legit listened to the whole episode. I know a lot of people like burn out or they'll start listening and I'm out of here. I'm tapping out of this. But you guys were fun and engaging. I enjoyed your conversations and everything. And then there was a fifth guy. I always forget the fifth guy's name, but there's a fifth guy who wasn't very keen on the Rambo 3.
I think it was Steven that was there.
That's right. I'm sure he's a sweetheart of a guy.
Art is subjective. What can I say? It's like
Rambo 3 is art. I love it. I only say this because I only needed 4 co-hosts for Rambo 3, and you guys were covering Rambo 3. So it's like, I'm going to reach out to the 4 dudes on this podcast, and you were the first one to reach out to, and I think you were the first one to respond.
I did.
But John, you were like a ghost in the wind, and I didn't know if you were ghosting me. I actually reached out to other people in your groups. Like, is John alive? Is he ghosting me? I invited him. He said he would do it, but
here's the problem. Like, I get my messages and my emails. I'm at work, but I can't answer them when I'm at work. So then I get them, and then I'm like, oops. So I was not ghosting you, my friend, by any stretch of the imagination. I was very excited, and then I got annoyed because everything got in the way and everything. So
that's fine. No, yeah. I appreciate that. And for context for our listeners, John has not seen, which is fine. I don't blame him. Has not seen any of my episodes, including the ones with his friends, but I gave him a whole rundown of how the show works.
I did see some of your other ones. I did see some of the earlier ones you did with other people. I saw a First Blood one, a couple of those. Yeah. So, yeah, I just haven't seen any of the ones that my buddies
revamp.
Did. Yeah.
The trivia revamp version of the show. Okay, fair enough. You wanted to make sure I wasn't a complete train wreck of a podcaster. No, well, hey, I would. Are you kidding? You should always look ahead to see. But before we get started, John, why don't you let people know where they can find you on YouTube and everywhere else?
My biggest thing is I do the website actionflix.com. That's action-flix.com. This August is my 10-year anniversary of doing the website. So, yeah, pretty big. I'm going to try to do some stuff. I don't know what yet, but it's action-flix because I remember when I was starting it, I liked the name, but somebody had taken it. So I put a hyphen in it and they were like, hey, you're good. I'm like, awesome. So that's why that happened. That's the website I do. Then about 3 or 4 years ago, I started doing the YouTube thing. I do have an audio podcast. It's just been dormant since I moved to Florida. So I'm going to try to revamp that. But it's called the Action Fix Podcast, and it's on my YouTube channel, Action Flix. And I do a whole bunch of stuff. I do reviews. I do a lot of celebrity interviews, which is kind of cool. And I do comic books. Well, I'm starting to get more into the comic book thing like J-Man does. I have been an avid comic book collector, and I just had gotten out of it. But yeah, so if you go on there's a whole bunch of stuff that I do on my YouTube channel as well. So that's it in a nutshell.
Perfect. Of course, I will put the link on the YouTube of your channel and on the show notes of the audio podcast where people can find you on the Googles.
So I will promote you as well. I will. Yeah, I will.
Oh, wow.
I'll do a proper arc. I'll put all of our videos on, and promote.
Oh,
yeah, sure.
It's very kind of you. I appreciate
Absolutely. That. Of course. That's how I roll.
To quote Sly, I appreciate it.
Owen reached out to me like 3 or 4 years ago, and we just hooked up and just became friends, and he supports my website. I support his website, and I started going on his show with I was probably like one of the first ones, like with J-Man, and then Charlie came later and everything. So yeah, awesome group of guys. So it's fun.
Awesome. Well, that's great. No, you guys are a great bunch of guys. I love your enthusiasm, and it's great. It's fun to see because it's good, positive. I think the reason why movie podcasts and comic podcasts, whatever it is, these nerd podcasts that we want to call it, whether it's Star Wars, it doesn't matter, Star Trek podcast. I think what I like about them, for me personally, why I like talking about, because it's evergreen, and we don't talk about politics or all the crazy things in the world. It's just nice just to talk about things that make us happy, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. Nope.
Oh, okay, so now we're going to get into your fandom of Mr. Sylvester Stallone. Have you ever seen any of his movies before? What do you think of him?
Have I have before First Blood came out? You mean like before?
I was being silly. Those are my.
Have I? No, I get. Yeah. I've seen a few times. I've seen a few of them. A couple.
Sure.
Once or twice.
One or two of them. Sure. Yeah. Well, what's your overall fandom of Sly?
I'm the oldest one out of the group. I'm 52, so I've been around for a long time. And it's a running joke on when we do our stream that every time we do an old school action movie, I'm like, yeah, I saw it in the theater. And they all make fun of me. They're like, of course you have, John. I'm like, well, I did. I'm sorry. I used to go to the movies all the time, you know.
Of course.
So Rocky was my first introduction to Stallone. I didn't see Rocky because that was made. I was really young when Rocky came out.
Yeah,
but I'd seen it on television. Yeah, I see it on television and everything. But I was fortunate enough to see all the Rambo films in succession. I got to see First Blood on up in the theaters, and he's one of the last few. I don't want to. He's not an action star. He's a Hollywood. He's a legend. You know, so
he's a Hollywood legend at this point. Yeah,
him, Tom Cruise, Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know,
Harrison Ford.
Yes, Harrison Ford. Yeah, they're the last of a dying breed.
It's sad. I know. There are John Waynes, there are Cary Grants, so to speak, in the action world of things. But yeah, there are. I'm the same age as you. I'm a couple years younger, but it's the same generation of raising on those films, the Indiana Jones, the Star Wars films, the Star Trek films, and all the toys and the wrestling and all those eras of stuff. It was a unique, special time. It was a unique time before the internet. But when TV and movie quality was high, it's this weird bubble of just things were high enough quality like T2, but there was no internet. You know what I mean by that? Like, you know, social media and all that stuff, but you could enjoy CGI. So there's that nice little bubble where you could just enjoy movies without the toxic environment of online activity. So, hey, I'm sure when T2 came out, there's people that hated it, but I never heard about it. I didn't care what anyone had to say because I liked it. And I never knew what one person thought of it. And I kind of miss that to some degree. I mean, my friends and I enjoyed it. I talked to my friends about it, but outside of my friend group, I didn't know what Bobby 2 states over thought of T2. You know what I mean by that? So yes, I kind of miss those fandom with your friends. That's why we podcast. I think it kind of replicates the fandom with your friends in this safe bubble, so to speak, where you can just share your feelings and geek out a little bit without hearing the outside noise.
It's a religion. Sure. We worship at the House of Action. I mean, it's what it is. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And the 80s were a great time. I can't describe to my children enough. They're growing up in a totally. I'm like, this was nothing like when Daddy was. We've had cartoons and toys from R-rated movies like Rambo. It's like
I know. I love it. I love that how we hey mom, can I have the RPG Rambo 3 toy gun? Yes, honey. It's under your Christmas tree for the 9-year-old kid, the water gun. But the kid can't see the movie or something, even though
absolutely.
But granted, 9-year-old kids back in the 80s, we watched those movies. I mean, I was watching Children of the Corn when I was 8 years old, that kind of stuff. So yeah. But I don't know, it's different. We were just raised differently. I don't know.
My biggest thing, my parents let me watch a lot of stuff, but up until a certain point, that just wasn't allowed. No nudity was allowed until I got older. It's like,
I think nudity is the weird thing. I get it.
I right, and I'm watching Stallone mow down people with a attack chopper, but that's okay. But it's like this lady's naked. It's like, no, wait, shut the TV off. It's like you can't watch.
I know it's a funny discussion. I'm a parent myself, and I admit I'm sort of puritanical when it comes to some nudity and stuff like that. But my youngest are twins, and they're 11 now, so they're kind of at the age now where they're very open. We talk about, of course, you know, they know how babies are made. They're pretty switched on. But I don't know if hypocritical is the right word. We have a weird relationship with nudity in North America. It just is what it is. We're puritanical upbringing. I was raised religious, so violence was sort of allowed, but not nudity. But like anything, it's like levels of gratuitousness. Like there's Beastmaster nudity when she's come out of the lake. I saw that as a kid. She was a beautiful naked woman walking.
Oh, sure.
Whatever. Yeah. But not to be crass, but if that same scene later had, you know, Beastmaster, you know, you know, devouring her from behind, you could argue both are nude, but same with same with violent. There's, you know, Terrifier violence, and there's Rambo mowing down the bad guys with the machine gun. So I think it's context of the day. So it's not just a blanket statement of nudity and violence. It's just, why are you nude? What are you doing while you're nude? And then the violence, what is really going on? Is it a good guy beating up the bad guys? We kind of yay, the good guy's winning. So yeah, I don't know. Every parent decide for yourself. I guess that's the moral of the story.
There you go.
Yeah. I never tell anyone what to do because I don't want to hear people tell me what to do. So I don't do that to anyone else. So
Oh, absolutely not. No.
So you're a fan of Sly. Okay. Is there a movie or movies that you enjoy outside of Rocky and Rambo that are kind of a go-to for you?
Wow. I'm a big Expendables fan. I like when he did the Expendables films. I take heat for this all the time. I liked Expendables 4. Was it a train wreck? Yes, but I still enjoyed it. And like Stallone
It's
wasn't in
fun.
it that much, but it was a Statham movie. And like, where else could you
Yes.
have Tony John Statham fighting side by side? But I'd say Copland. I love Copland in terms of his non-action roles, even though there's some shooting in it, like Cliffhanger. Cliffhanger's a great film. Oh, Demolition Man. How could I forget? So those are probably my top 3 films that I would go to that aren't Rocky Rambo.
Oh, nice. The Dark Horse, man. Lockup.
I love that too. Yeah.
But Lockup is an unsung hero in the drama field. Of course, he's got, there's violence. It's jail violence. But I love a good prison film. And I think Lockup, look, when's the last time you ever cried when a car got beaten up?
Right. And plus Donald Sutherland. Oh, my God. I mean, such a great villain in that movie.
Yeah, it's great.
Cow,
Lockup's good. Cliffhanger is a classic. Just the musical score at the beginning of that film. I think Cliffhanger is another great action film of his that I, of course, saw in the theaters and loved. And yeah, I'm a huge Sly fan. Obviously, I run 2 podcasts based on his largest franchises, and I've talked many hours of Sly. Okay, so the next question is, what is your overall fandom of, well, we've kind of hinted at it, but where do you put the Rambo franchise, your echelon of franchise films overall?
Like overall action?
Yeah, overall, just from Star Wars to Star Trek to the Rambo franchise to the Lord of the Rings, whatever the franchise is out there, where does that sit? Wow. It doesn't have to be a number, but is it in the upper echelon, middle tier?
It's top 5, maybe top 3. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I could walk down the street wearing this shirt and people know, even if they haven't seen a Rambo movie, they might not know the ins and outs of the character, but he had a president in the time endorsing him, Ronald Reagan, So it's so iconic and it's such a grand action. If you want to describe the 80s, just watch the Rambos from that era, because it's a upper tier, how the 80s progressed. And because Rambo 3 was the last one that came out in 1989. It was almost 1990. Yes. So yeah.
It's hard to believe it came out just before Rocky 5. Weird.
Yes. Right.
Which kind of shows you the body that Sly was hiding under that shirt for the Rocky 5 film, which to this day bugs me that he wasn't shirtless more. Like, he's not shirtless in that whole film, except for the shower scene where he sees butt a little bit. I think he wanted to show you a little bit. Hey, I've still got a good build, folks, unless you think I don't, because I'm not going to be in the ring in the film. Side note, though, the worker's print, there is a deleted scene. You can find it online, and we cover this on our podcast, where he is talking shirtless to Adrian in the bedroom.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so Sly wanted to make sure to tell the audiences. It got edited out, but there was a time when Sly's like, hey, man, I still got a rock and bod. I want to make sure the audiences know this. But in fact, we argued it's probably his best build, honestly, because he's not very big, but he's very defined. It's not as veiny as like Rocky 3. So it's a very nice build. But yeah, well.
I like Rocky 5. I know he considers it one of his worst films ever, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed how
we did too. The
hero has fallen, and I loved how it was a street fight at the end, and it wasn't in the ring. I thought that was kick ass.
I think Sly just says that to cater to the masses. I think if you really put a gun to his head, he doesn't.
You think he secretly likes it? He's like, yeah.
Well, it's such a weird film to hate when your own son's in it. You know what I mean? Like, you would think the fact that your own flesh and blood is in the film, playing your actual son in the film, you might give it a little bit more love. And I know I would be like, yeah, this film didn't really connect with the audiences or the Rocky audiences as I hoped it did. But boy, what a blast it was to do with my son. But I'm forever the diplomat, so what do I know? I don't know. I would just your poor son's. Can you imagine? You're like, all you hear is crap talk about your film that you were in with your dad when you're 14 years old. You don't even hear your dad defend the films. Like, oh well.
I did a film with my dad and he hated it.
Sorry, say that again?
I said I was in a film with my dad and he hated it.
I know. Yeah, the worst part of the film was me, apparently. Yeah. Oh, poor kid.
Right.
All right. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Sage, boy. Poor kid.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think he died when Sly was promoting Expendables 2, I think. It was the second Expendables film.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of the 5th film in a franchise that fans aren't crazy about, what's your thoughts on Rambo Last Blood?
I am the one out of the group that probably loves it the most. I did a review for it on my website when it came out. A lot of people say it's not, like, in terms of if I just say it's an action movie, it's a good action movie, but as a Rambo movie, it sucks. I'm like, no, it's a Rambo movie where he's in his 70s now. He's not going to strap on the bandana and do what he did in the Vietnam jungle back in Rambo First Blood Part 2.
He's not going to do like a Ric Flair, his final.
No.
At some point, you got to hang up the trunks.
And we don't want to see our heroes get old. Nobody wants to see anybody get old. That's why nobody wanted Last Blood, because they didn't want to see that stage of Rambo, which I was fine with. I dug it. I knew what he was going for. And the ending is chef's kiss. It's basically him going back to Vietnam. How can you not love that? And how he kills the bad guy at the end? Holy cow, that's probably like
great kill.
Yeah, that was probably his best Rambo kill ever. And it's sad. Like, everybody says it's like Taken. I'm like, no, it's not. Just because it has to do with human trafficking, it's so worse than Taken was. It's like, oh my God. That scene in the truck.
Say again?
That scene in the truck when she passes away. Oh my God.
Yeah, I was surprised. Like, oh, she's not going to die. Oh, she died. Okay.
Yep, she's dead.
Right. They're not afraid to do that. I guess Rambo has really bad luck with women. I guess that's the problem. Okay. Yeah, I actually like Part 5 as well. I think it's maligned just for the sake of being maligned. I know he's older in the film. We don't like watching our heroes grow old. That's part of the problem.
And since Rambo 4 ended so great with him finally going home, did we need Last Blood?
That's why it's a great sequel, because he's at home now. I think it's a great sequel. He's there in his home. I think it's
but nobody asked for Last Blood. But since I got it, I was like, I'll take as much. I'll take as much Rambo as I get. But Rambo 4, if you ended it there, that would have been like, yes. But the character wasn't meant to be happy, so that's why I think he did Last Blood, because it wasn't meant to end like that. He wanted to end it like in Last Blood, except for the mom of the girl he was taking care of. She drove off, but he's alone. He's battered. He's bruised. He's been shot up and everything, and he's just riding off on his horse.
She drove off, but apparently there was a deleted scene where she got T-boned at an intersection by a drunk driver and died. No, I'm joking.
I was like, I wouldn't doubt it. It's like
everybody's dead,
or the cartel caught up to her and been like, hey, we kill you too. You know?
That's right. Yeah, man. Last episode I did with Charlie, I've mentioned it before. Very quickly, Dennehy was still alive at the time of this film. Imagine if they had Dennehy visiting Rambo in jail. If you actually, we see the arrest being made, that because you can't do this on your property. You're still not allowed to kill, even if they're cartel. You can't have a bloodbath on your property. So the cops come to arrest him. He goes to jail, but he goes peacefully because he's like, whatever. I'm probably have mortal wounds as it is. Right. Or he's in the prison hospital. There you go, on the prison bed. There's a new one. And Dennehy's character, Teasel, comes to visit him to maybe even say goodbye to him as he dies. Oh, that would have been amazing, because in the First Blood story, Teasel was sort of the angry stepfather figure.
Yes.
So it would have been interesting to see them have peace with it at the end of this father-son relationship at the end, where the older, gentler Teasel has nothing left to fight for. It kind of says goodbye to Rambo as he dies in the bed. I don't know. That might have been interesting.
Or just mention to him how much he changed his life through that situation.
Yeah. There's some sort of dialogue of peace, some sort of peaceful resolution. Like, here's two old war dogs at the end of their lives, and they could have some sort of dialogue like, why does that matter? Why did any of that matter? Because here we are. None of that matters now.
Why'd you bring that up? That would have been so awesome. I'm going to be thinking about what could have been. I'm like,
oh, dude, Dennehy was still alive.
Yeah, he was. I know.
Okay. All right, here we go. You ready for the questions? Now, for context, I've done pretty poorly with Rambo 3. I haven't seen Rambo 3. I've seen it many, I saw it I saw it in the theaters. I've seen it over the years, but I haven't seen the film all the way through since I covered it on my podcast. So it's been a couple years, just FYI. But I edit scenes in, like what I do is after we answer, when I do the post edit, I'll edit the answer into the podcast. It's a fun little thing of just to show, hey, there's the answer. So I kind of have seen the film in parts and bits and pieces looking for those scenes, but still I haven't seen the movie all the way through in about a couple of years. And you're not really going against me. It's just to have fun. You're just having fun talking about Rambo. But you'll be surprised what you'll get. It's fun.
I haven't seen it since we did the podcast on our own show. So that's the last time I watched it. Yep. Like little intricate things, probably not, but I know what kind of machine gun he uses. He's got an AK-47 with an M203 thumper on the bottom of it. Well, I know stuff like that, Yeah, so it's like, but it's like, so bring it on.
Okay. Well, here's, for example, the last question that Charlie got on our last episode. It could be this easy. True or false? While Rambo's fighting throughout the film, he loses his necklace at some point.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, see, there you go. They can be that easy. Okay, you ready?
I need it for luck. So do I.
Louise, one of my faithful listeners, he just wanted to say, he's talking about actors, or today actors. I know what you're getting. When I watched the last Mission Impossible movie the other day at the theater, it definitely felt like Cruise is the last true movie star. Yeah, I can see that. Which isn't true, since a guy like DiCaprio's still around. I agree with that. DiCaprio, I saw Superman the other day in the theaters, the new Superman film, and they played a trailer. DiCaprio and Del Toro are starting a movie together, written directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. I had no idea that was happening. I can't wait to see that film. And DiCaprio he might just be one of the last great actors that we have. I put him in the same vein as Tom Hardy.
Oh, Tom Hardy. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, Batman.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Tom Hardy was Bane. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
No, but you're right. Christian Bale, though. You're right. Those are the kind of the last in there, because they're in their mid to late 40s now. Joaquin Phoenix, 49. But I say that, but there's some young great actors coming up. Timothée Chalamet. I think he's a real great actor.
Even in action stars, there's a whole bunch that are great.
Who's a new one right now that we can? I'm not saying that glibly. I'm just trying to think of what's a new action star name that we could come up with now.
Bren Foster. He's Australian. He kicks ass. He did.
Who's that? What's he done?
He was on The Last Ship, the TV show The Last Ship that was on TNT for a few years.
Are you saying Ben Foster?
Bren, B-R-E-N, Bren Foster. And he just did a movie last year called Life After Fighting. He produced it, directed it, wrote it, put out the money for it. One of the best martial arts movies. He's a martial artist and actor, and he's done action movies and TV shows. Google him.
I just did.
Yeah. Watch some of his stuff, and you'll just be like, "Wow, this guy's really talented."
Okay, but I said young, and no offense to Brent, he's 48.
Okay, 48. Okay.
This is what I mean. Again, I'm not trying to be glib. I'm saying who's in their 20s? Who? Because think about when Sly did Rocky, when we're talking who's 30 to 35 right now.
Ryan Gosling, I think, has a great opportunity to be an action star. He's doing it right now.
He's old like us, though.
Is he 40 something?
Dude, I love this. This is funny. He just looks like he's 44.
Whatever. I don't. Well, then I got nothing. I got nothing.
I'm not even trying to put you on the spot. But we're action guys. That's what I mean. Kids today don't have their Stallones, their Schwarzeneggers, their Jean-Claude Van Dammes.
Yeah, they were in their 30s doing that. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Late 20s. I mean, Bloodsport, he was in his late 20s, Jean-Claude. He's the youngest of those three. So he was in his 20s when we were watching him do stuff. So who is in their 25 to 35 range right now that
oh, well, he's probably in his 40s. Yeah, he's in his 40s now,
sure.
too.
Who's that? I'm just curious.
I was going to say Kellen Lutz. I met Kellen Lutz a few times. He came to where I worked down in Panama City Beach, and I got to know him a little bit. And he's from the Twilight movies, but he's been making action movies.
He's 40.
He's 40. Okay, well, he just did there.
And he was in Expendables 3. That's right.
Yes. He played Smiley in Expendables. Yeah. I got to talk to him. He came in with his kids to where I worked, and we hung out. It was awesome. And
cool.
Yeah, I interviewed him for Desert Dawn, which I still have to put out the interview. But yeah.
Oh, nice. Good for you.
So he's almost 39. It's like
I was going to say, what about that guy who plays Reacher, the big dude, Alan Richardson?
Alan Richardson, thank you.
But he's 42.
Whatever. I give up. All right. Okay. Well, here's what's happening now. You got to be a certain age to, I guess.
No, you're saying that you're making excuses. I don't know why this is happening.
Today's mainstream audience can't take a 25 or 30-year-old
maybe.
Like an action star.
But okay, well, yes. I have a theory, and I think and I like Marvel. I just saw Superman in the theaters. This was a fun movie.
David
I enjoyed it.
I could see him packing up and throwing some gear on and go running.
But the problem is that when we watch these movies, Rambos and Terminators, there was no superhero movies. So the men had to be the superheroes, the actors. They were our superheroes. So superhero movies with CGI and all these meta powers and stuff has eliminated the need for the action dude.
Oh, absolutely.
That's
why I love indie so much, because they're keeping it old school, the practical effects, the stunt work, the camera work, and all that. So that's why I'm a big avid.
But I agree with what Louis is saying. The practical stunts that we see in Mission Impossible films, Cruise might be the last one who's doing that. And I'm going to miss that because he's getting older too. He's 62 or 3 now. The reality is it's just age is, to quote Rocky, time's undefeated. So... Yeah.
You're starting to see it in Cruise's face too now, like when you see him in interviews. When he was on the red carpet for this last one,
he looks great, but he looks 60.
He does, but he's starting to get in where it's you can tell he's in his 60s now.
He's got to stop smiling so much, being worth $600 million. That's his problem,
I wouldn't stop smiling, and if that
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
What is Griggs' response when Rambo asks what he plans to do with Troutman's team? Of course, Griggs is the character with that nasally voice. The RoboCop dude. What's his name? The actor's name?
Kurtwood Smith.
Thank you, Kurtwood Smith.
Aaron Spottiker. Yeah. The Tigers are playing tonight. I never miss a game.
All right. So, what is Griggs' response when Rambo asks Griggs, so what he plans to do with Troutman's team? Okay. So, this is like a paraphrase question. I'm just going to write down.
I'm going to paraphrase it.
It could be one word, and I don't want to say more than that.
I have a one-word answer for that one.
Okay. We might have the same word then. Okay.
Yeah.
Next question. Instead of taking the survivors to the border, where does Rambo say he is going?
Which part was that?
So this is after the helicopter crashes, I believe. He tells the survivor, he had some Afghani people in his helicopter. They invited him to come to the border or something. He goes, well, no, I'm going somewhere else. He says, you go to the border, and he's going to go somewhere else.
This is after he rescued Troutman?
Yeah, he rescues some civilians or whatever it was, prisoners, and he tells them, I can't go with you. I'm going somewhere else. So that's the question. Where did he say he was going to go? Closest to the answer wins.
Yeah, that one escaped. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I don't actually have a physical city or town or country even. I just have, basically, what is he going to go do? Why does Hamid want to stay and fight with Rambo instead of going to the border with the survivors? Hamid wants to go with Rambo. Why? I don't remember the exact words, but
Did the other guys get easier questions?
No.
No, good.
Don't feel bad.
All right.
Why does Rambo say he must save Troutman? I don't remember his reason. This is all these scenes I haven't seen in 2 years.
I have the quote. I know the quote.
You have the quote? Oh, good for you. Okay. Well, is this when he's talking to Griggs?
Yep. Just comes to tell him what happened to Troutman, and he's still at the monastery. Yeah.
Yeah, he's working on the wagon wheel. I love it.
Yeah, he's got he's hammering it in. Yep. Yeah, he's doing it.
I said this to Charlie. I love how we see Rambo using his muscles for good. I like that. We get to see him.
That's what he wanted to do. He didn't want to kill anymore. He wanted to build things instead of tear them down.
That's right. I love it. One day he's putting a wheel on a broken ox cart. The next day he's blowing up a big Russian bear in a cave.
Well, shit happens.
And that was not on his bingo card that week.
No, he did. No, when he was putting that wheel out, he was not thinking he was going to be suiting up and go back out there.
True or false? Okay, here's 50-50 at least. Hamid stays behind instead of going to fight with Rambo and Musa. Okay. Whew. Hamid stays behind instead of going to fight with Rambo and Musa. True or false? Did he or did he not stay behind? That's all.
Let me try to clarify. Like, this is after the attack on their village when he's going to get Troutman?
I don't know.
There's when he first meets him and he takes him, and then it's after the fact. All right. Well, I'll do it the best I can.
Well, it says here to fight with Rambo and Musa. Oh, Hamid's the little kid. Is that right?
It's Hamid, the little kid. I can't remember. I don't remember their names off the top of my head.
How dare you not remember Hamid or
Musa Ghani? I know him. What's his name? That was his name. Yeah, I'm looking for Musa Ghani.
Because I think this will help us answer. Yeah, it's the kid. Okay, there we go. It's the kid. He's the Mujahideen fighter orphan. So there you go. So the kid, there you go. That might help us.
Okay,
the little kid stays behind. Yeah. Okay. Good. What is the line when Rambo checks his watch instead of the fort?
What is the line? Oh my gosh.
I guess the dialogue. Oh, sorry.
Wait, what? I'm like,
hey, there's no accounting for how your brain works, okay? Yeah, Louise, I know. Look at Louise. I agree. Louise says the Rambo 3 trivia has been brutal. I know.
No kidding. I thought I was an expert. I am nowhere near.
Here's a question that you missed. Here's for example. Here you go. How many horsemen are waiting at the border and what are they waiting for? That was one of the questions I think Owen got that one.
How many horsemen are waiting at the border?
And then why are they waiting there?
At what point? What point was it?
It's a piece of dialogue. Well, we see it at the end. That should have been the clue. I gave the wrong answer. But remember, Musa tells Rambo when he's going through the village that there's horsemen at the border.
Oh, I know how many men are in the village.
How many?
There was 100?
Yes, but how many are at the border with horses?
Oh, 5.
Yeah, see, I think that's what Owen said. I think he said the 4 horsemen.
Well, I remember the 5 lion, 500 sheep story that he's
Yes, yeah, that's right. But no, I think it's 10,000.
Oh, okay. Well, I was off.
I said 50. I know I was off too.
Okay.
I would have beaten you. Because it's whoever's closest.
So going back, what was that question again that you're at?
Sorry, my apologies. I'm reading small print and I'm like end of the day here.
No worries.
It's not lying. It's what is the time? Sorry. What is the time when Rambo checks his watch inside the fort? So you have I guess you know what? We can do whoever's closest, and you can go over. So, for example, let's say it's midnight, and I chose 9, you chose 8, I win. So it's whoever's closest to the time.
Well, it's nighttime in Afghanistan. I know that. Okay, I'll put something down.
Yeah, just put it down in time. That's whoever's closest. So you might just win out of that.
Yeah.
And if we're both on it, we'll both get the point. If we're both at the same time. Just for the record, none of this matters, by the way.
No, I'm like, there's no trophy for me at the end of this.
There's no trophy. There's no prize. What was the movie? Where's the prize? What was that? What was the Rocky line? Prize. He talks about something about the prize.
And
It's when Rocky's talking to Adrian in the bed.
Oh, open your prize. Open your prize.
Open your prize.
Yeah, open your prize. Yeah.
We always laugh at that. Like, why would you ever refer to the necklace or gift or what as a prize? What a weird.
That's
it's
Rocky,
like Adrian won this.
And Adrian just rolls around. Oh, Rocky, you're so.
Yeah, you're kind of dumb, but you're hot.
Right. It balances itself out. Yep.
Where has Troutman come from to find Rambo? I guess what part of the world? What is Colonel Zason's job title?
His job title?
Probably like his rank. Probably.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Well, I'm gonna put it in word to get one word in the title. So put it in something. Put a word or something. I think we might have gotten the hardest ones. According to Masood, how many Afghans were killed in the Legman Valley the previous year? Closest number wins. Can you explain how the national sport works according to Musa? Okay. Do you remember how that game works? Are you able to explain the rules to a complete stranger?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. Here we go. You ready for the answers? This is brutal.
Oh, is that it? Oh,
that's it. That's 10.
I think I got a couple right.
I got a couple, maybe. Okay. What is Griggs' response when Rambo asks what he plans to do with Troutman's team?
Disavowed. Nothing.
From what we've gathered, Troutman and the rest of his party have been taken to a regional command post.
And what are you doing about it?
We can't do anything about it. I'm sorry. I just thought you should know.
Yeah, we both said nothing. The exact line is, I can't do anything about it. I'm sorry. So the fact is, he's going to do nothing about it.
He disavows them. Yeah, absolutely. He's like, they were on their own.
So we both got a point. Do nothing.
Nope.
The response is, I'm not going to help you. If you get the exact dialogue, you get the point over the other person. Okay. Instead of taking the survivors to the border, where does Rambo say he is going?
I said to take the heat off them to distract the Russians. I didn't know specifically where he was going.
I just said to go fight the baddies.
Yeah, go shoot some more Russians.
And the answer is to the fort.
Now taking the survivors to the border. Are you coming?
I'm going to the fort.
Have you not seen enough death?
Where the baddies are.
To the fort. Okay, I was close. I was like,
is that what you meant?
Like, that's what I meant, to go back to the fort to kill more Russians. Especially that big guy that he fights with.
That's right. I think the judges will allow this. He didn't want to run from the fight. He was going.
No, he's Rambo. He's like, I ain't running anywhere. I'm going to freaking kill some people. I started this. I might as well finish it, type of thing.
For sure.
So yeah.
We got to give the audience their popcorn and money's worth here. We're 2 for 2 so far. All right. Why does Hamid want to stay and fight with Rambo instead of going to the border with the survivors? So Hamid's the kid. What was your answer?
Because they killed my family.
I stay. I will show you the way.
I will go too.
No, you go with them.
I will not. They kill all my family. I want to fight.
That was me. You go. Go on.
That's what he says.
Yeah, I said like revenge for his people or whatever.
That's the same thing. You just don't know what the line was. I just knew what the line was.
Yeah, you're right. They killed all his family.
He doesn't want to take a kid with. I'm not going to be responsible for this kid getting whacked. I'm on my own. I'm not going to. Here, let me take this 10-year-old as backup.
So he gets the necklace at the end, though.
He did step up and help out to a point. At the end, he's with the guy lobbing the mortars into the Russian military. So it's like he did his part. And he got shot.
Yeah, that's true. When Rambo gave him the necklace, he said, "Open your prize." Okay. Why does Rambo say he must save Troutman? I guess on this one. What was your answer for this?
Because he'd do it for me.
Why must you do this?
Because he do it for me.
Oh, you got the exact quote.
That sums up Rambo right there. That's the whole thing of the movie, because he'd do it for me. You know, that's why I'm killing again. Troutman's the only person, human being on the face of this earth. He could see a mom get shot down in the streets and just be like, you know, but Troutman's in danger.
Yeah.
He's the only man that he would go back for and take up arms again. So, yeah. Yep.
True or false? Hamid, the kid, stays instead of going to fight with Rambo Musa. Does he stay or does he fight?
So I said he does not stay because he doesn't, but then he shows up. Is that when they're going to the fort? After?
The idea is that because he showed up, he came to fight, so it's false. Yeah.
So it's false. Okay, yeah.
So I think you have them all so far. You're doing good.
The next one I do.
Well, you might get the point for whoever's closest. There's only so many times on the watch, right? Okay.
Right.
So what is the time when Rambo checks his watch inside the fort?
I put 10:30.
I put 9 p.m. Here we
Who's
go.
right?
Let's find out. 1 a.m. So you win.
Hey, 1 a.m. Oh, is that
1
early in the
a.m.,
morning?
boy.
Okay. I knew it was nighttime because he's going through that minefield and going into
1
the
a.m.
fort.
That's
Yeah.
actually not bad. Everyone's just going down for bed for the night. So a good time to attack. Yeah. Where has Troutman come from to find Rambo? So what part of the world, I guess? What was his geographic location?
From America, from the United States.
All right. I said Bragg. The answer is Washington.
So where'd you come in from? Washington?
Yeah. U.S. Well, he didn't come from Canada. So yeah, you're right about that. But
Well, he could have been somewhere else. I mean, I don't know. What a
good job. What is Colonel Zason's job title? So what did you put?
Zyson's? Colonel
Yeah.
Zyson? Colonel.
Yeah, Colonel Zason's job title.
Oh, well, he's a colonel. What does Rocco say?
Yeah, well, here's what Rocco says.
God bless you, Rocco.
Well, and I put commander there as well. I said he's the regional commander of the sector, and I wrote down
Regional commander of the sector. Yes.
My name is Colonel Zyson, regional commander of this sector.
All right.
Did you put commander or?
I put colonel/commander.
Okay, perfect. We both said commander. So that's what I meant. If we get something in the title, we'll take it.
Well,
Okay.
yes, he's the command of that sector. Yes. Yes. Now
No, we're doing pretty good here. We're doing pretty good. You're doing really good because you got that time one. According, you
pulled that
got
out
closest
of
to
my
it.
mind.
Sure.
I was nowhere near 1 a.m. I was just closer than you were. That's all.
You're just closer. If I said 11 p.m., I would have won.
You would have won. You would have won. Just like Jet Li says in Expendables. I would have won.
It would have. Yeah.
Of course you would have. I know you would.
That's my biggest complaint about the Expendables films: the underuse of Jet Li.
Well, he was getting sick at the time.
I know. It's not his fault. I know he's getting sick.
Yeah.
According to Masood, how many Afghans were killed in the Legman Valley the previous year? What was the number you said?
I put 300. I have no clue.
Okay. I put 150.
Okay.
Oh, gee. Well, you're closer. 6,000.
Last year in the valley of Legman, the next valley, 6,000 Afghans were killed.
All right, I was off again. Well, what? 5 for the other one? 300? Yeah. I should have thought of some astronomical high number like that.
I guess 150
8
doesn't sound like a
million.
lot of
8
people.
million died that day.
It was a,
yeah, right.
Oh, man. Can you explain how the national sport works according to Musa? Okay, I know there's a goat skin or whatever. They drag it around and they bring it to the center. Or they take it from the center.
They take it from the center and then they're...
Yeah, and then they drag it to the goal line. Just basically drag and grab. Stones they run around or something.
It's like football where they have to go around so many times or something.
You go around something. I don't know how many times. And then the center.
You put it in a circle and he's like, what? Because there's a circle there.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Well, he does the quote from the actual movie. You have to take the sheep once around and then throw it in the circle. There you go.
Because there's a circle there.
What are the rules?
Well, you have to take the sheep once around and then throw it in the circle.
Why?
Because there is a circle there.
That's it.
That's it. Very simple.
Like football.
God must love crazy people. Why? He makes so many of them.
It's like the blue light. What does it do?
Oh, that's right. That's his blue light response to Rambo.
Yeah.
That's right. Why are you putting the circle? Because it's a circle. I didn't make that connection. That's
He's like,
funny.
sounds
That's
like
his blue-
football. Yeah, and then he's like,
Yeah.
God must love crazy men. He's like, why? Because he makes so many of them. See, I
That's
know
a
all
good
that
point.
crap. But I didn't know
No,
there was
this
like,
trivia doesn't care about dialogue.
I
Trivia
didn't know
doesn't care
about 8
dialogue.
million Afghanis dying on the border that day.
How dare you not? That's a national holiday. All right.
Ashamed.
I got 6 out of 10. Pretty bad showing. I think it's actually my worst showing on this season. Yeah. What was your final score? 8 out of 10?
I got 8 out of 10.
Nice. Good job, John. Look at that. Coming in strong. Appreciate you. End of the season strong with us. That's the end of Rambo 3. My next episode, I'll have a different guest co-host with me. Thus far, I've been able to do it, but I'm getting a little bit scarce on my final 2 movies. But the first 3, I've had a different guest for each one. That was my goal, was to get a different voice so somebody can... I had fans of the show come on the first 2 seasons, like fans that listen to the show, have never been on a podcast before. They came on. It was kind of fun. People have been on a podcast for the first time. But now I'm going to podcast hosts. Like I told other people, if I need somebody in a pinch, there are a few that I have on my list, so to speak. I think you're one of them. But if I don't call you, it doesn't mean I didn't want you. It just means I just had more guest hosts and spaces is all I mean, yeah.
If you need a supporter of Rambo Last Blood, I'm your man, because I love that movie.
Well, you might get a call. I don't want to have 4 people just crapping on it. Like, I got to have people that like the film too.
What makes us special with my website and, of course, Owen and the Action Elite that we do, we have our opinions, but we respect other people's opinions. The toxicity, there's no room for that.
Yeah, no.
If you hate a movie, or if you love a movie, give your reasons why, and I'll do the exact same thing. And that's all. That's what it's. Just have healthy, fun conversations.
I critique Stallone's films. I mean, I can't do multiple seasons of Rocky and Rambo, and trust me, I take the mick out of Sly when appropriate. But I love the films. It comes from a place of love.
It'll go back to Expendables 4. I did a review for it. I give you my reasons why I enjoyed it. I understand why people shit on it. I get it, but I still had a fun time with it. Megan Fox is hot. And she wasn't in charge. Everybody's like, she was fine.
She was fine.
Statham was in charge the whole time. They just didn't tell him because they knew he was going to take charge of it.
And I admit, I got tricked. Spoiler alert. I thought the Sly character was dead. I thought Ross was dead. Barney Ross was dead.
Not dead. I thought he was going to come in and do more than just fire some missiles from his chopper, he mowed Andy Garcia down. But I thought he was going to do a little bit something. I was disappointed in that. I'm like,
who doesn't like a bad guy?
Grab some guns and shoot some people,
Right.
So, that's all.
No, it's fun. Expendables 3, I believe, is also maligned more than it should be. I know it had a PG-13 rating. I know that kind of stings, but boy, watching Mel Gibson be a bad guy is a lot of fun.
And if you watch that ending, that finale, there's more people dying in that finale than there was in Rambo First Blood Part 2.
There's a great fight sequences. I think Rousey did great. Look, I know she's not a good actress, but she's a great stunt actress. Her fight moves were all legit because she knows how to fight. I don't know. I think people crap on things. It's a fun movie. Okay.
And Antonio Banderas.
He was fun.
He was freaking hilarious in that movie. Yeah. And I thought Kellen Lutz was awesome. I thought they were passing the torch to, and I think that's
there was a feeling of, I think people were a little bit like scared and nervous about that.
Yeah.
So they shied it all over thinking, we're not going to support the young cast. It's like, okay, calm down. So maybe they should, but maybe they shouldn't have made it feel that way. I admit they should have made him. They said no. They could have even addressed that in the like, hey, it's better that the 2 generations work together. Some sort of like idea of like that. They shouldn't have made it seem like they're recruiting new people to replace the old guys.
Right.
Like they should have made that the storyline. I don't know. Yes, Expendables 2 is the best of the franchise because Jean-Claude Van Damme was amazing in that film. Yeah.
Oh, all right. The ending with the trinity of them standing next to each other.
Yeah.
When the glass shatters and they're all firing. Oh my God, that's action nirvana. That's
to see Bruce, Arnold, all these guys together. Like, would you have ever thought in the 80s or 90s you would have seen that scene? I know they're older, but we got to see it.
Nope, I would not have thought that. And when it happened, I was just like, "This is the greatest movie ever."
Well, John, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on. Thanks for wrapping up.
Thank you. I'm sorry my schedule's so screwed up. I will try to make time anytime you want me. Weekends are bad because I live in a tourist location and it's like weekends are out for me. So
no worries. I
try to do what I can, and I've seen some of your stuff, and I will go back and watch all the other guys' and stuff. I will support you. I will write up an article, and of course we have to be a family, and we all love action cinema. If we have differences of opinion, talk it out, have fun, and just support each other. That's what we're here for. So.
I love it. That's awesome. Thanks, brother. Thanks for coming on again. Check the show notes, folks, to see where you can catch John. It was an absolute pleasure. I'm sure we'll collaborate again, but unfortunately this episode is over.
Nothing is over. Nothing. You just don't turn it off.